Hello everyone, welcome to the Moon Magic Weekly Tarot channel. Beautiful souls, if you are returning, if you are already a Moon Magic Super Soul, welcome back. And if you are brand new to the channel and brand new to our Moon Magic family, then welcome. Today we are asking, what unexpected event is about to change your life? We have three amazing cards, three beautiful crystal hearts to choose from. And I will also be asking the universe which pile or piles are recommended. So let me show you the cards in more detail. Beautiful souls, I hope everything is going really, really well in your lives. Lots of stuff is happening. The world is a very intense place at the time of doing this reading. There's loads and loads of things happening. In fact, yesterday we had a full moon at the time of doing this. But, you know, this is a timeless reading. So you could be watching this in 2 years' time or 2 weeks' time. Who knows? So pile one, you have Iosis, reddening. This is the card for pile one. And this is sitting with the serpentine heart. Really beautiful energy. This is the serpentine heart. Okay, so that's pile one. Pile two, you have Coverum Terra, Earth's heart. This is for pile two. And this is sitting with the beautiful selenite heart. So that's pile two. Pile three, you have Caput Corvi, Raven's Head. This is your card. And this is sitting with the Septarian heart. Let me show this to you. Very beautiful. The Septarian heart. Okay. So those are our three piles. We are asking what unexpected event is about to change your life. Beautiful souls, I'm going to leave the video running for just a few moments. Now you can pause it if you need to pause for even longer, but it will just give you a little bit of time to sit with your intuition. And then I'll put it in an extra timestamp for you as well. If you want to ask the universe which pile or piles to choose, then I will put it in a separate timestamp, but we'll do that after I've left the video running just a few moments. So beautiful souls, I will see you in a moment. I'll also put the timestamps for all of the readings in the description below as well. And all the cards I'm using throughout all of the readings, and I'll put them in a comment as well for you as well. So hopefully if you're using your phone, you can find it easily. Beautiful souls, tons of love. Welcome everybody. We are now going to ask the universe to find the right pile for you. This is the homepage of my website where you can find a pile if you're looking at a reading, if you ever can't decide. And indeed, you can also find a reading as well. We're just going to do reveal my pile. Piles 1 and 3 are being suggested for today. Beautiful souls, I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. We're asking what unexpected event is about to change your life. Now, Iosis, reddening. This is like a culmination or an integration of something. Like it's a very, I don't know, kind of almost like magical moment. It could be indicating a point of awareness, but it could also be indicating a point in manifestation where something literally consolidates. It appears, it happens. Very, very interesting. I started your reading literally just to talk. I hadn't drawn any cards, and this candle, your candle went out. And I thought, oh, I'll just I'll start again. I haven't said anything. I hadn't drawn any cards. I was just introducing this card here. And then I always trust with my ways of working when I'm reading cards that everything is relevant. I feel like something's ended. I don't know whether that's a period of your life. You know, a flame went out so that a new one, a brand new one, could come in. If it is brand new, it's a phase, or it's because something else has come together, though. Something is coming together for you. This is a very magical energy. What unexpected event is about to change your life? You have buried in earth transference. Transference. I feel like I want another from this deck, actually. Oh my goodness me, prayer, hope. My goodness me, I think something has been laid to rest. Literally, look at this, buried in earth. And then we have prayer, hope. It's like somebody is rising and seriously rising. I wonder for some of you if there is, when it's unexpected, I wonder if there's something that you had put down or laid to rest. I think I'm getting two kind of messages here, and obviously this is a general reading. It's designed to reach many. So I feel that something you've prayed for is basically coming. I think that is there. For some of you, it could be something that you put to rest, you like a dream that you shelved, almost because you didn't think it was going to happen, or you got tired of waiting, I don't know. And yet you've kind of prayed for it. Something comes together. It could even be something you have, but yeah, I do feel it's been something you shelved, put to one side. Very interesting. I do think that energy is around. Either you shelved it because you didn't think it was ever going to emerge, or life shelved it because you were just too busy doing other things. And yet somehow now it comes together. There could be a culmination of things. Maybe you had been working on all kinds of little different things, and somehow they all suddenly, all sorts of bits and pieces that you've been doing come together, and you can see that there was a bigger picture, and all these steps that you've been taking, each one somehow didn't stand alone, didn't come to anything on its own, and yet somehow it all comes together. Let's see what else we have. You have reclaim your soul skin. Wow. Reclaiming. This is a super nice energy. You have champion place. And awaken. Oh my goodness me, look at that stunning, stunning raven. And of course we have ravens showing up for pile 3. Okay, now I'm just noticing, my beautiful souls, this isn't champion place, it's champion peace. Here am I, there's a little bit from my perspective. I just glanced up at the screen in front of me that showed, just to make sure that I've got all the cards in view. And I have a little bit of a glare from the lights here. Champion peace. Reclaim your soul skin. Champion peace, awaken. So I do feel something that's been dormant in you is being awakened. So it could be some area of your world, as I said, you put it to rest, you laid it to rest, you put it down, or you didn't think that it could emerge, a dream that you buried. But it could even literally be you, yourself, awakening, coming through a time when, again, when things fall into place. It's a bit like we can go through all kinds of circumstances, life circumstances, and then suddenly you stand in a place where you recognize that all those things that happened, individually, they just look like circumstances, like standalone experiences. And yet suddenly you realize every one of those experiences has led you to where you are today with purpose. Champion peace. Reclaim your soul skin. I feel you have a role to play in something. I need to draw more cards, but I feel that the unexpected event that is about to change your life is some kind of an awakening or a role, or that moment where you suddenly realize everything led you to this moment in time so that you could be in the right place at the right time, talking to the right people or doing the right thing, whatever that might be. This feels quite pivotal, really, which I suppose an unexpected event that changes your life is very pivotal, rather. Okay, I'm seeing this and this and this and this and this one. And I do think that one too. These are very cheeky little cards. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Swords. Let's put those up here. The Wheel of Fortune, the King of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups. Gosh, look at 2 aces. Wowzer. The Five of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. This is very, very interesting. Okay, what unexpected event is about to change your life? Actually, I think I can see something really quite significant here. I think the unexpected event that's about to change your life may be something that has already happened. But it wasn't, and I'm sorry that it didn't, but I think it wasn't a good thing. I think you've experienced some form of adversity or some form of difficulty. Now, it could be that you've had more than one challenging experience in your life. Hence this energy of somehow it all comes together. And you can look back and think, wow, gosh, if that hadn't happened and that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be in a position where I could now respond like this or do that. I think something is coming to you. That's what I feel I'm being shown here. Obviously, as readers, we need to sort of say it how we see it. Something is coming through into your world. So this is the unexpected event. But I sort of feel the unexpected event may already have happened for some of you. If not, it's about to. But I think for most of you, the unexpected event is it's like the positive. It's like the positivity. It's the awakening. It's the Wheel of Fortune turning. It's the new beginning that comes because something ended, because something was difficult, because something was challenging. It's from something that I think it could even be. See, we've got both the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords, both of which, indicate quite challenging energy, and the Three of Swords, challenging energy, challenging situations, relationships, behaviours that in many ways could leave us feeling very broken-hearted. But it's kind of like if that hadn't happened, where you're about to be wouldn't have happened either. So it's like this sort of, but it comes with this incredible awareness. It's like, wow. It's almost as though I think you will move forwards, and perhaps this is also really unexpected. You'll suddenly find yourself centered in a place of gratitude for something really challenging that happened. And then you're like, wow, if that hadn't happened, I couldn't be where I am now. So it's like this massive shift in energy where it's like, wow, I wouldn't be where I am now. I wouldn't be in this space of this incredible new beginning. I couldn't have had this if this had not happened. And I think it gives you this incredible sense of clarity, like having that view, that mindset where things click into place and you think, wow, this now makes sense. Maybe you had to sort of keep yourself quiet, keep something of yourself buried. Perhaps you had to keep something almost some element of yourself underground. You didn't feel you could be visible, but now you might be bursting into visibility. I think you've had to make some difficult decisions. I think there's been some real challenging stuff with the Nine of Swords, but suddenly it makes sense. The question is, this changing your life, now the unexpected event could just be this absolute awakening where you reclaim yourself. But I'm very curious, I'm wondering what event initiates it. Let's ask for more information. What event? Well, it could just be general circumstances where the wheel turns, you find yourself, just really feeling like you are able to own yourself, perhaps for the first time in ages. And suddenly you realise how much you have been underground, not visible, and suddenly here you are above ground and very visible. Look at the universe within this figure. Let's check in and see, could we kindly have more information? What is the actual event, this turning point, this pivotal moment? We have the Six of Pentacles. Now this is a card of generosity, of giving and receiving, of mutuality. Okay, this one definitely wishes to be heard and seen. You've got the Sun. Wow. Okay. Source energy. See, two, interestingly, we've got money being given here. And then we have connection here between two people. You have the Page of Pentacles. You have the card of Strength. And there's our last card for you. And you have the King of Pentacles. I suspect this is more of a financial opportunity than anything else. Not that that's anything to be sniffed at. You know, this could be, but it could be resources, energy. But it does feel for me, I think you're about to be offered something here. This is the big turning point. I think you're about to be offered something. It could be like a new job or a contract, or money comes to you to fund something. Energy comes to you, support. And I think it involves stepping up, actually. It's a big upgrade. With Strength, it gives you the confidence. Yeah, the confidence in yourself, hope, prayer. Back to this sort of, it's like a confirmation that everything you've been through was worth it. The fact that you went through challenges, but you stood your ground. I think on occasion you had to walk away and leave circumstances because you couldn't remain there. But this is your emergence. And as I said, it's a very interesting energy because in many ways, the unexpectedness of this is this sort of absolute realization. Do you know, if all of those experiences hadn't happened, even though they were really difficult, if they hadn't happened, I couldn't step up and do this job now. I wouldn't be in this position, a task to fulfill. But I do feel you are offered something. Either you're offered like something like a job or a position, or the money and the resources, the energy is given to you to be able to move a dream forwards. What if you always thought that you would like to pioneer a project, or there's something you've always wanted to do in real terms, in terms of practical, actual manifestation in the earthly plane, and then someone comes along and says that's a fantastic idea, I'll fund it. Here you are. So you have the resources to step up. Whatever the unexpected event, I do think something is given to you. as I said, money, resources, time that supports you to step up into a position of authority, leadership, and with absolute clarity. This is the real joyous undertone to it. With absolute clarity, you suddenly realise everything you've ever been through has led you to this moment, and if it hadn't happened, none of this would be possible. So there's this massive sort of leap into gratitude and appreciation for the challenges of your life, and within that space of heightened high vibrational energy, because gratitude has a very high vibration, here you are. Isn't that amazing? Here you are, seeing so clearly. It's like it was all worthwhile. Every ounce of everything was worth it. Wow. Pile 1, this is your reading. The unexpected event that triggers this, I do think it has sort of potentially for many of you financial repercussions, or it could be a health benefit. But I think it's something quite practical in the actual substance of your life, because of the pentacles. Could be where you live, to do with property or something, I don't know, but it's something, there's a physicality about this, there's something in the 3D world that emerges in a very real way that enables you to feel absolutely amazing about everything that's ever happened that was challenging. And especially if there's been something relatively recently that was challenging, it's almost like, wow, that was worth it. Wow, gosh, I almost feel like I need to take in a big in-breath. Wow, perhaps you can breathe again. But it is, you can now be you. Whereas I think, as I said, something's been shelved, or maybe you had to shelve yourself. Life just didn't give you the space to be able to follow a dream. And something comes in to enable that, but everything else makes sense. My beautiful Pile 1, this is your reading. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, all of you, for being here. Thank you so, so much for liking, sharing, subscribing. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to, and press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never miss a reading or any other posts that I post. I do a monthly moon update and I'm moving more and more and more towards working with emotions and how the moon is impacting us emotionally, so we can kind of really lean into that energy and be aware of this. So all sorts of stuff that I put up here, webinars, live events where we read our cards together, which is super good fun. It really, really is mind-blowingly amazing as well, the energy. So whatever I'm doing, if you want to make sure you never miss it, do subscribe, press the little bell icon. Pile 1, I am sending you all the love in the world. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. What unexpected event is about to change your life? Now, your first card, your significator card, Coverum Terra, Earth's Heart. This indicates that something deep inside is about to blossom. And I wonder with selenite whether something might be illuminated. Selenite gets its name from Selene, the moon goddess. Let us see what else we are shown for you. I'm seeing this one and not that one. I'm sadly not going to take that gigantic wad of cards. What are we seeing? Actually, I think it is this one. That's the one I'm drawn to. So that's what we're going to look at first. You have prayer, which actually came out in Pile 1. You also have offerings, wealth. Wow. Okay, what is to be illuminated? Or maybe you are about to make an offering. Gosh, I wonder whether you will be the answer to someone's prayer. I don't know. Is there something that will blossom? Let's find out. What unexpected event is about to change your life? You have engage compassion. You have embrace the interior winter. I wonder if there's something like a peace offering being connected here. I think it's both these. Let's go with both. You have remember who you are and seek wonder. Okay. What unexpected event is about to change your life? I wonder whether there will be like a peace offering. Engage compassion. Maybe embrace the interior winter. It's interesting because this is about something from deep within you that can now emerge and blossom. Like this, remember who you are. Discovering the wonderment of life, of the universe. What is the offering about? I feel like I need to get more information. What unexpected event, may I kindly ask, is about to change pile 2's life? You have the 10 of Swords, so something's going to end. Oh, and you have the Knight of Cups. Well, that is rather beautiful. Now, the Knight of Cups, he's romantic, or his energy. Let's call it non-gender specific. Let's go non-gender specific. The Knight or Knightess of Cups is often sort of, it's like an energy that rides in. Maybe somebody offers you something. Earth's heart. I mean, this is about the heart chakra. You have the 6 of Wands, and what we see here is a couple celebrating. Now, the 6 of Wands is a card of great success. But interesting, in this particular deck, we have a little couple like getting married. I wonder if this is a relationship reading with the heart chakra here, the Earth's heart, and whether this is connecting to your heart. Have you become frozen? You know, have you had so many experiences that were really difficult for you and left you feeling, I don't know, as if you were broken-hearted, and yet you never lost deep insight, you never lost hope? I wonder if this is a relationship reading, actually. You then have the Knight of Pentacles, and you have the 5 of Pentacles as well. You have the Queen of Swords, and one more to go here, and then the 3 of Wands. Okay, this is a turning point. Okay. I am wondering if someone is about to come into your life, and someone is the unexpected event, and they change your perception. You know, we have embraced the interior winter. The Queen of Swords, sometimes her energy is she's a little bit of an ice queen. But, you know, that can happen because of circumstances where we begin to sort of block ourselves to possibility. I feel as though this is about, it's heartwarming. I think the unexpected event, possibly, that is about to change your life is to do with almost like divine timing, and to do with someone coming in who opens your heart up, helps you to believe in hope again, gives you a really strong indication that something, you know, a period of, I don't know, a period where you felt you had to confine yourself, or you had just not been okay. I feel this is opening the world up for you. Now, whether this is love, or it's a different kind of connection, but I think it's bringing you in from the cold. Literally changing your perspective, bringing hope into your life, bringing optimism. And I think it does come in the form of a person, actually. Someone who reminds you of who you are, brings you back into that space of childlike wonderment, which possibly has been lost or hurt along the way. It may, for some of you, confirm that a period of having, you know, being more isolated or alone is coming to an end. You have the card of Strength. You have the 9 of Cups. You have the Five of Cups. You have the Page of Pentacles. I think you can put disappointments behind you. Whoever this is, and I do think I am seeing somebody coming in with the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups here. I do feel I am seeing somebody. It could be someone with a male energy. But I think they're here to thaw you, if that makes any sense, or to thaw some aspect of your world that was frozen. Now, this could be, your heart, but it could also be some other element of your world. And I think they offer you something. Maybe they offer you a wealth of experience or a different perspective that enables you to go back to remembering who you are. Back to that place, like seeing through the illusion. It is almost as if, it's curious. I'm not saying that there haven't been any big things that happened in your life. I'm aware there's another card yet to come and sit here. I don't feel as though it's that there haven't been big things that have happened in your life. But this reading for me, I feel as though I'm engaging with much more of an energy of experiences that over time have eroded you. I don't know if this will make sense to you, but if I put my therapy hat on for a moment, it's kind of like when, we think of, let's say we think of something traumatic as being a big event, like, being in like a car crash or something like that, or, something big happening. But I also think we can develop trauma or the response, to trauma through what I would call lots of events that aren't okay, that aren't running smoothly, or people aren't very kind, or people are, stab you in the back, for example, and you're not physically, you could say you're not physically traumatized, but actually you are. It's like over time, it erodes, it builds. It's what I call the trauma of normality. This is where we experience lots of ongoing things, and each time your alert system is turned up, because it needs to be, because something's not okay. But you don't get time to turn it back down again. And so the gauge just keeps on going up and up and up, and you end up in really quite a traumatized state. Now, it may be that some of you have had some big, genuinely big traumas as well. But I do feel this feels for me more like it's got that sort of more pervasive energy of things that build over time. And I think someone is coming in and they offer you a very different experience, and it's a very different, they have very different expectations, they have very different experiences. I don't think they're without compassion, in fact, far from it. But maybe this is someone who has themselves overcome difficulties, so they've already done that, so they know it's possible to realign with hope, to realign with optimism, to move through and beyond something. So even if you're in a place where you don't feel confident, I feel they demonstrate that you can come through challenging situations, whether that's a big challenge or what I would call that erosion, the trauma of normality over a long period of time. And I feel that they help to point you in a new direction. I think this is really quite exciting. And I think this is the unexpected event that is going to change your life. You have the Five of Swords. I wonder if it might be a little on the challenging side to trust them initially with the Five of Swords. Like, in a way, they're presenting something that a different perspective. They're coming in to thaw the ice, to let you know that you're not, you don't have to be sort of on your own with things. There's a lot of promise here. I think they come across as being quite confident, this person. I'm going to say non-gender specific, but there is a sort of slightly more masculine energy. In fact, if we sort of reframe that in yin yang and sort of masculine feminine, I think they have a strong masculine side to their personality, and it's a very positive masculine energy. even if this is, however they identify. But there's a very positive masculine energy, very positive outlook, very positive thinking. And I think you're a little unsure as to whether you can trust this initially, which is rather fascinating. But I do think that they are wanting to, that they definitely also have a very compassionate side to them. They're not all in the mind. I think they're very grounded in, I think because they have experienced things and they've come through and out the other side, I think they have a very compassionate perspective. Because they've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt kind of thing. Let's see what else we're shown for you, my pile twos. You have the Four of Swords. Okay. And the Fool. This is rather super gorgeous. And the Ace of Swords. This is absolutely lovely. Think about it. Consider that this might be really worth following, because I sort of feel that you're almost caught in that sort of, can you really trust this? Because we never know at the beginning of anything when you meet someone new. This could be love for some of you. It could be a different kind of relationship. But whatever it is, this person is bringing in renewed hope. I think they have a lot to offer, actually. I think they really have been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. I think they hold a very clear perspective. They firmly, I can't just say they believe in new beginnings, but I think in real terms they know that new beginnings are possible because they have generated new beginnings within the context of their own life. And this person still holds a very compassionate perspective even when things have gone wrong. I think that it causes you to really, almost I think stops you in your tracks a little bit, because you're like, wow, this is really interesting. I think it maybe stops you in your tracks. You have the Hierophant, which is a card of commitment, and you have the Sun. And look at these two beautiful young people glancing at this magnificent picture. I think you can paint a very different picture. You can paint a very different future with this person. For some of you, it really is, it could be love. For others, it could be a really good friend or a working colleague. But I do think there is a specific person coming in. I think this is the unexpected event. And however they enter your world, whatever area of your world they're coming into, I think it illuminates possibility. It touches your heart. It reawakens you. It reminds you of what it was like to be full of life and childhood innocence and belief in possibility. Perhaps after a time when it's been hard to feel that way. And everything here is rather suggesting that it's worth taking the risk with the Fool. What have you got to lose? Yeah, I think this is very, very lovely. Excuse me, I just did a little burp. I've not long had my lunch. But I wonder if I sometimes think when I do a little burp in a reading, it's a bit like I'm releasing something, letting go. I think this creates a genuinely life-changing turning point. And the Hierophant is a card of tradition, of commitment, sometimes of marriage. And we were kind of shown a marriage here. However this person enters your life, I think this person can really bring you a very different perspective and clarity and belief in positivity, and it does literally remind you, like, potentially of your childhood dreams or the things that you wanted, the stuff you've prayed for. I think they have a lot to offer. And everything in your reading is actually suggesting that it's worth taking the risk. Part 2, I think this is your reading. I'm a bit tingly, actually. This feels really quite exciting. And I'm so sorry if you've been through, a long haul of stuff that has felt challenging, difficult. I don't think you've ever lost sight of hope, but I do think life has probably dealt you a few challenging things. And understandably, when something really amazing and positive, someone really amazing and positive comes in, there's a sort of a, ooh, shall we, shan't we? But your reading is suggesting it might be worth taking that risk. Pile 2, this is your reading. I am sending you all the love in the world, the biggest hug ever, and thank you so much for being here. I do lots and lots of things here on the Moon Magic Weekly Tarot channel. I do big pick-up card readings like this that are timeless. There are loads of them. As I said right at the start of this video, you can go onto my homepage to find not just a pile for a reading, but a reading itself as well if you need to or want to. There are, I do webinars, I do a moon update where I'm really starting to focus on the emotional elements of the moon and the influence of the moon, and also once a month we do a live event where we read our cards together. I read for the collective, you read for yourself, so all you have to do is show up with your cards. It's an amazing event. We've done 3, I think, now at the time of doing this reading, and truly the energy is mind-blowing. So if you want to make sure you never miss anything as soon as I upload it, subscribe and press the little bell icon. Pile 2, tons and tons of love. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Now your first card, your significator card, is fascinating because it's a card that kind of says, like Raven energy, you can't go back. It's like the universe has chosen you or chosen this moment to change something, and there's no going back. Now, I don't know whether this is because we're asking today what unexpected event is about to change your life. I don't know whether something has already happened that has changed your life, although then it wouldn't be unexpected because it would already have happened. So I'm incredibly curious because this kind of almost indicates that something has happened, something has arrived, and there's no going back from it. So that doesn't necessarily mean it's a negative in any way, shape or form. It's almost as though life has chosen you in some way, shape or form. So let's see what we are shown, my beautiful souls. Let's get a bit more information. Your first 2 cards, you have a flute, expression, and soul retrieval, reclamation. Okay. So you cannot go back, expression. Maybe you've said something. Or maybe either you have said something or someone else has said something. And there is no going back. I don't think you can return, because we can't do that. If we've said something, we can't undo what we've said. But the question is, what unexpected event is about to change your life? Has this initiated something? Let's find out. Let's get more information. I definitely need more cards for your reading. I'm seeing this and this. Something has been said. There's no going back. Or maybe it has something has been said that sends you on a new journey. We have rewild your spirit. Oh, I love that. Rewild your spirit. Remember who you are. This came out in pile 2, this card, I think it was. Practice flexibility. Okay, remember who you are. Practice flexibility. Okay, what unexpected event is about to change your life? I do feel that something may already have been said and done. The question is, I almost want to say what comes next. I suspect, or this is the energy that I feel I'm picking up in your cards, I think something has already been almost like initiated. And now that's moving forwards. Now it's like it's on a roll. It's like the dice has been thrown, or like somebody pushed the first domino and they're all going to click into place. So there's no stopping the momentum. But I think there's more yet to come. Yeah, it feels for me as if something has been initiated by something that has already happened. And it's what comes from that is very, in a way it's already life-changing, but I think it becomes definitely life-changing. Maybe you refined something of who you are. You discover something of who you are, but it liberates you. I think it literally liberates you. You can discover who you are, who you were meant to be. It will unfold the next chapter of your journey in a completely different way. You have the Nine of Pentacles, and you have the High Priestess. Gosh, this feels very, it's got a real flavour of sort of divine, I don't know, almost karmic kind of stuff. For some of you, it's even got a flavour of like a past life, or going back to your roots, or your, I don't know. There's something. You can go back and retrieve something that mattered to you or matters to you. It's like it means you can become complete. You can become whole. Maybe you journey back. Some of you may even go on an actual journey. But there is no going back, as it were. There's only going forwards. And yet somehow you reclaim or revisit, you liberate yourself perhaps from something. Okay, it's like you've almost, do you know, whatever it was that maybe, if this isn't resonating with you, it may not be the right reading for you, but whatever it was that was said or done or whatever that initiated where you are now, initiated a pathway forwards, which I believe will be life-changing. I think it was almost like it was a calling. It called you. And it's really valuable because it means that you can almost sort of, I don't know, discover where you've come from, who you are, maybe a past life issue, or that there's something around this sort of historical energy that I feel is here. Let's see what else we have. Let's put those over here and see what the rest of our cards are showing. You have the Knight of Pentacles. You have the Judgment card. You have the Eight of Swords. Okay, and then the Ten of Pentacles. Do you know, you may not know how to move forwards immediately, but, or it may even be, I think this is actually talking about something that you would never have done before. You wouldn't have thought of doing it. And this is the unexpected event. Because something has already been said or done, or a seed has been sown, or it's about to be perhaps, you're going to do something that you wouldn't have expected to do before. You wouldn't have thought about it. We've got the Three of Pentacles, so I think some planning is involved here. And the King of Cups. It feels quite compelling in its own way. You know, there's something that feels really quite compelling to do. You have the Three of Cups as well. You're going to be supported with this. This is really joyous. There's a celebration involved. It could be like, I almost feel it's a bit like going on a pilgrimage, where someone has said something and it's initiated something, and you go on a pilgrimage. And when you go on that pilgrimage, again, I feel that we might not be talking about this, perhaps one specific event. It would be like, you know, the pilgrimage would be the unexpected event. You'd never expected to go on a pilgrimage or go on a retreat or do something like that. But you set forth, and then when you're there, there's a series of events that unfold. And every single one of them leads you to a position of greater liberation, of greater self-mastery, greater sovereignty. You have the Ace of Cups, the Emperor, you have the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. This could not be more joyous. It could not be. It really does feel like a pilgrimage, or a journey that unfolds, and it also creates a very different, this is why it's so life-changing, it creates a very different long-term future for you. It would be like, it reminds me of, what's coming to mind is that there's a book and indeed a film called Eat, Pray, Love. And that, in a way, is like this journey of soul evolution, where someone sets forth on, I guess, in a way, it is like a pilgrimage to try and discover things, to learn things. Ultimately, it's a journey of self-awareness. I do think you're on that already. I think something has been said or done and there's no going back. You may even have said or done something and there's no going back. But the journey that now unfolds is a pathway to wholeness for you. It's life, it really is life-changing. It's the right people coming in at the right time. And we just see nothing but positivity coming from it. It's like you grow in leaps and bounds. And I do think whatever you embark upon, you would not have expected to be doing this before. This is completely new to you. This is not a vision that you thought, this would not be a vision of yourself that you thought you would be doing. This is a very different perspective. And I mean, I could use all kinds of examples to describe the energy, but obviously this is a general reading, so we're looking at the energy. But everything is shifting and changing. And the purpose of this shift and change, the seed's already been sown, is to create the perfect climate for your evolution, to move to a place of long-term happiness and contentment. So whatever has happened, whatever's been said or done, I'm seeing sovereignty, self-discipline, self-mastery, you taking the lead, watching things grow from here on in a way that you wouldn't have believed possible. This is so life-changing. Wow, pile 3. I don't know what else to say, really. I mean, we could draw maybe some more cards. I sort of feel this is quite complete, and maybe that's the energy here, because I think it is a journey of completion. It's where you can become you can feel complete in yourself. If you have lost some bits of yourself along the way, I mean, soul retrieval is very much about, when our soul fragments, perhaps through circumstances, we're not, there are challenging circumstances or difficulties, and soul retrieval brings those fragments of the soul back. I always think there's a lot of similarities, my own sort of mainstream profession in counselling and psychotherapy. It's very interesting when you think of the language, when we talk about people breaking down and fragmenting. And of course, in shamanic language, we talk about soul retrieval, where the soul, little pieces of the soul fragment. We're talking about the same things. We're using a slightly different language, but we're talking about the same things. And I do feel that this is a journey back to wholeness. Remembering who you are, remembering where you came from, and yet it's more than who you were, because it's now who you can be. It's bigger, it's on a strong foundation. It's reclaiming the possibility of everything you can be, almost at a level of soul, and then applying it in this sort of massive pilgrimage of evolutionary growth, really. That's what I feel we're seeing. I will draw just a few more cards to see whether we're shown anything else, but I think the life-changing event, I suspect it's already been initiated by something. It's been said, it's been done. You can't go back. This could be you who said it and did it. It could be someone else, but it's the journey that's unfolding. Maybe you weren't expecting that. Clearly you weren't expecting to set forth on a very new and different adventure. But that new and different adventure is what is going to bring you back into wholeness. Let's just see if we're shown anything else at all. We have the King of Swords, so very powerful energy of self-mastery. We have the Ace of Swords. It's quite decisive. There really is no going back. Whatever happens from here on, I think decisions have to be made. Seven of Cups. There's choices here. That's quite interesting, because I'm sort of saying you can't go back, but you do have choices as to how you choose to respond. For some of you, there really is quite a life-changing decision in terms of the direction you go in. There are definitely choices available, but this could bring you, it's almost as though something's opened up Now, whether that's come from fabulous circumstances where someone said something and it's really given you a spark of an idea, or something's possibly for some of you arrived, an opportunity, a point of turn, a point of opening, because something's been said where it could be sort of a regret. It's kind of like, gosh, didn't expect to get to the end of this road actually at this point. But however this has arrived, I think it's presenting you with a very clear choice in terms of, from an evolutionary perspective, moving forwards to a place of wholeness, to retrieve those bits of yourself that got lost along the way, or you never quite felt as though you fitted, or whatever that would be. Are we given any other information before we sort of wrap up our reading? Gosh, we've actually got 4 cards coming through for you. I'm going to go with them. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so there's work involved. We have the Hanged Man, the Queen of Swords, and the 9 of Swords. I think there's soul searching involved in this. I suspect, I said this could have come about because of something that's been said and done that's amazing. In reality, with the 9 of Swords, I do suspect this has come about more from something where something has been said or done that was challenging, if I'm honest, looking at this. And I'm sorry if that's the case, but it's a big but and a positive but. The purpose of it happening is that it's opening up the whole world for you and leading you to on a journey, a pilgrimage that you wouldn't otherwise have embarked upon. It's a very, very interesting energy. Very interesting energy. And it may not again be difficult, challenging. It may just be challenging. Perhaps the journey ahead, you think, well, shall I, shan't I? Can I, can't I? But gosh, it's quite compelling to want to go and do it. I really feel that, this new chapter. Wow. I don't know what else to say, my pile 3. This is your reading. Beautiful souls, I'm quite blown away by this. Thank you so much for being here. If this is resonating with you, do give me the thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what's happening in your world. And beautiful souls, if you want to make sure you never miss anything that I post lots of timeless pick-a-card readings here. I post shorts, daily shorts, Archangel Michael readings, all kinds of things. We do a live reading, a collective live reading event every month where I read for the collective. You just come along, bring your cards, and we read together. You read for yourself. They've been mind-blowing, actually. The energy has been mind-blowing, so watch out. I'll be posting the next one at the time of doing this reading. I'll be posting the next one soon. Beautiful souls, I'm just sending you all the love in the world, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe, press the little bell icon, and hopefully you will get everything that I post coming up into your stream as soon as I do so. Tons and tons and tons of love.